Yeah, get his bitch ass out of here so I can make my statement. So when he spoke of femicide, I'm around. Well, I'm the one did that content. So because he misrepresented it, I can cook his dumb ass. But he ran. So we'll never get into the conversation of femicide. But any one of you goofies who believe him or follow him, I'm always available. Now, when he speaks of adultification, let's rewind a little bit. Because that's what I was talking about with the Jason Pope case, adultification. These men took little girls and turned them into adults and called themselves fucking them the same way you heard that dude do today. They acted like those 13, 14, 15-year-old girls were the problem and not the white man who took advantage of them. So you this goofy ass nigga pretending like he got a degree and I'm this and I'm that, but in reality, he just came up here and did what it is he's claiming that somebody else is doing. No, you adultify young black girls and then act like we don't see y'all doing it. Then we call y'all on it, and now you gotta run. You're in a rush. I understand. Y'all been running for years. He ain't the first person to run that claims to have the credentials. He just can't have a conversation because he a fraud. Just like most of these men making these claims, but then acting like they don't know what happened in the space. If he was around, he know O'Shea and them was running around talking about aborting other black men, unaliving other black men, and in the fight other black men. But now when a woman says, oh my God, I can't believe he said that. Fuck out of here, nigga. Nobody.
Taz, can I ask you a question?
I'm listening.
If it's a 14-year-old boy in the streets playing with guns, should we hold him accountable?
Why are you talking about guns?
Well, I asked you if you could. That's why I asked you if I could ask you a question. You could just tell me no, because I ain't gonna do that back and forth with you either. We either gonna have a conversation or we not.
Right, so I'm trying to figure out what you're holding accountable.
So you either gonna answer it or you're not.
Right, but your question is open-ended. What are we holding them accountable for?
For being in the streets playing with guns. You know that's illegal, right?
No, it's not. No,
it's not illegal for 14-year-old boys to be in the streets playing with guns.
No, they go hunting with guns and all this type of shit.
Absolutely, but I didn't say hunting. I said playing
in the streets wouldn't be hunting.
You know what I'm talking about?
Playing with guns.
Right. So that's what I can't. You know what I'm talking about, right?
But you have a limit. You have a limited vocabulary. So when you say in
but you know what I'm talking about, right?
No, I don't. So when you no, I don't. If I could just finish. It's not illegal for kids to have guns. Just having it ain't illegal. Okay, just to be clear. I'm in a state where a child can legally have a gun. Yeah.
No, you don't.
Absolutely. Hold on.
No, you don't.
I promise.
Go ahead, Mr. Beans.
So, absolutely. So I'm from Chicago. Absolutely, you can't have a gun at 14 years old. Absolutely.
Not in Chicago.
Not gonna happen.
You can have a gun in Chicago at 25. I got you.
You can have one at 14, going to jail, right? Parents got to come get you, right? So they just put the concealed carry into place a few years ago, right? So let's try this again. A young boy, 14 years old in the street, right? The kind that make the news for playing with guns, right? Do you think we should hold them accountable? Yes or no?
I think you should hold them accountable, but if you're implying that that's adultification, it's not. You hold them accountable as a kid. You hold them accountable as a 14-year-old. You don't hold them accountable as an 18-year-old. You don't hold them accountable as if they're not a child.
Right.
So I don't know what you're asking.
Right. So
you are. They don't know. They don't know you. I know they exposed. Right. And they don't know you.
Respond, Taz.
He's gonna make it personal when we do this.
Hold on. Yo,
it's always personal with me. Y'all like good people. It's personal.
But you got good points, and then it gets destroyed by all the other shit. I'm interested to hear what you and Beans is talking about. Go ahead, Beans. That's it. I think the answer has merit. Go ahead, Beans.
So now, 14-year-old boy shoots and kills somebody in the street. Do we treat him like a 14-year-old or an 18-year-old?
14.
14 years old. Okay, cool. So the reason why I'm asking you that question is because even though I would agree with you 100%, right, that you got to hold people accountable, I don't understand this narrative where y'all try to make it seem like when it's dealing with women, if they're under 18, they're always victims, right? I think that's a part of the problem. And this is what I'm saying when I asked you earlier and all your response was this nigga did it, right? When I said, bro, are you trying to convince me that these men They were sitting around and was like, you know what? Let's just go on YouTube and start talking shit about women and kids in the black community and all this other stuff for no reason, unprovoked. There was nothing going on in their real lives, nothing going on in the media, nothing going on at home, nothing going on in their childhood, their experiences, or nothing. They just jumped on the internet and just started talking shit. Is that really what you want us to believe, bro?
Bro, here's where my frustration comes from, Ham. So what I was talking about was young ladies who were victims of a fucking grown man. You don't realize that this man just took a scenario and put some YN in the street. They got guns. Should we treat them the same way as we treat these victims? You don't see what he just did? You
Absolutely.
Don't see that? I'm supposed to be cool with it.
Right, but see,
these girls were victims versus you saying some young men in the streets playing with guns. Can you show me where these young women who are victims of adult men are out committing a crime? What? Right. How do you put them next to young men with guns?
Taz, why were they victims? Did any of them make their own choices? Yes or no?
We're taking advantage of by adults.
How were they taken advantage of, Taz?
Sexually.
Were they kidnapped?
Nope.
Were they tied up?
Nope.
Or did they make their own decisions and go with somebody who was older and have sex?
This is why there's a BWE. 13, 14-year-old girls you talking about, right?
But see, here's the difference.
13, 14
the difference between
right?
me and you, Taz, is I don't have to insinuate what you think.
I just want to be clear. I just want to be clear.
You don't want to be clear, because if you did, you would talk to me.
I'm talking to you.
Okay, so here we go. Let's do it again.
14-year-old
let's
girls.
do it again, Taz. Let's do it again. You already know your mic is breaking up.
14-year-old girls.
Absolutely. So here's the thing.
They're not the same. They're not the same as the boys with guns.
They're not.
They can't hear us, bro. So just hold on. What I'm saying is this. I'm testing your consistency. That's all I'm doing. You want to be smart and tell us how you smarter than everybody, then you should realize that. I'm only testing your consistency. You could change these stories from little boys and little girls to Chevys and Oldsmobiles, and it would be the same thing. I'm testing your consistency. If you have a problem with that, then say that. Because at the end of the day,
I have a problem.
Go ahead.
Yes, problem with you attempting to test my consistent with inconsistent logic. Are using children who are victims of men to compare that to young boys who create victims?
Right. You want me to answer that?
I'm waiting.
So if I sit here and I try to make it seem like every single little kid in the street who's playing with guns, there was some adult who put them guns in their hands, you would tell me I was full of shit, wouldn't you? Because right now you just made the argument that these little kids is out here making their own decisions, making people victims, right? So why is that not the case with the girls, Taz?
Because an adult man, I'll say it again, an adult man took advantage of underage girls. Absolutely. That is a crime. That is a crime. Okay.
So is guns.
That man created victims out of those little girls. Do you understand that?
Absolutely.
Now, in your scenario where the young man is out with a gun, he's creating a victim with those guns.
Absolutely.
What ideology or logic of mine are you showing a flaw in?
Where did they get the guns from, Taz?
Some nigga, some grown man.
Checkmate.
What's the I'm sorry, y'all sitting in these dumbass spaces like you're playing chess.
You smarter than us, so you should get it.
We're not playing chess. We're not playing chess. What's your checkmate? What's your point?
So hold this furthermore. Let me interject. Y'all done had this one, so again, what is real quick? Hold on. The most important part.
This is fantastic. Just be very concise because I want to get.
Okay. So I'm just saying this.
Nyla, I think.
Nyla. Yeah.
Hi.
How are you?
Good morning.
So the important part is
I'm gonna go out because I don't do this regularly, and it's a lot. It's too much. So y'all take y'all perspective from BWE, however you get it. I'm out because I don't even know these people. See y'all later.
You don't know your husband? Oh, you don't know your husband?
No, I mean, obviously, I know my husband, but it's like there's a
Well, we will definitely give you the floor. Hold on, we will give you the floor. Hold on, we will clear it up. We will give you the floor. So, because you're the subject matter expert, and give the lady the floor so she can explain it, calm everything down, level set, so it's at a comfortable level that you have, and so you can speak your piece. Love, go right ahead.
I like that.
So here's the thing.
It ain't like that.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get calmed down. But can I?
Yeah. Okay.
Can I?
So Nyla,
respond?
Well, hold on. Beans had. I don't know if you had a question or you wanted to respond, and then Mr. Fantastic, you could respond unadulterated. And then if you had anything, go ahead, Mr. Bean.
My question is to Cheeky though, right?
Okay.
Because I think respectfully, I think I deserve the right to clear up a false narrative. So Cheeky, when I was talking, would you say that I was comparing a man who had sex to underage kids to young boys in the streets playing with guns? Or would you say I was comparing young girls sleeping and playing with penises to young boys playing with pistols?
What?
No, I don't think that was the purpose behind it, was to
it
say
had nothing
that
to do with the man, right? At all. He was irrelevant to what I was saying, correct? Yes. So
yeah.
I just don't like that narrative, right? Especially when the narrative is supposed to comes from people who are afraid of us being disingenuous, right? My thing is this: I say this consistently, Ham. If I disagree with you on something, I shouldn't have to change what you said in order to execute my disagreement. Yeah. Obviously, you said this thing. You said 1, 2, 3. So if I disagree with 1, 2, 3, I shouldn't be like, you said 4, 5, 6. No. I didn't say it. This is what I said, right? I applied pressure because I wanted to see if this man was consistent, right? Because I don't like selective outrage. Don't tell me I do. Me and Fantastic have gone back and forth on this. You can't tell me to have a problem with the drug dealers on the street and not have one with the ones in the pharmacies. You can't talk shit to me about whatever the dude name who Denzel Washington played in the movie. You can't tell me to have a problem with him, but then don't have a problem with the Sackler family. Mm-hmm. Right? So my thing is, if you're gonna talk shit about young boys the way we do, we want to hold them accountable. We don't treat them like victims at all. And here's the thing: I'm a fucking man.
So
I used to be a boy, right?
Wait,
did you realize how when you were talking, I didn't say nothing?
I don't care.
I know exactly. That's the problem. And
I don't either.
I'm glad you don't care.
We don't care. We don't care.
I know you don't care. I know you don't care. I got it. I know you don't care, and I'm glad you're doing it because it proves the point that you're lying. That these people, even if they were saying all the foul shit that you saying they said, you making it seem like they showed up without any justification for it. Like they didn't have any reasons behind saying it, right? And that's exactly the problem. Right?
Let me
Mr. Fantastic, you got the floor. Beans. So when
go ahead.
Yeah, you're gonna get because I want to make sure. Beans, can you hear me? Check.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. So when I'm hearing it, here's what I'm hearing, Beans, when I'm listening to the back and forth with you and Taz. I understand what you were doing. I think that's a false equivalency because of the egregious nature. But what I did hear is a grown-up putting a kid in a situation, right? Whether it's giving the gun or getting the girl to a particular place, right? I think what you were trying to understand is victim culpability, because they're victims, right? But is there a level of culpability while being a victim?
No,
that's what I heard.
You're not wrong, but what I'm saying is this: these guys are phony. Right? At the end of the day, it's selective outrage, bro. Right? Yeah. If I don't like something particularly from one demographic, I'm not gonna like it from the other one. Right? It's just that simple. What I'm saying is I ain't saying nothing about the dude. It's easy to look at dude and say he wrong. Right? That's easy to do. That don't make you some fucking superhero.
Why take you so long to do it?
That this nigga is wrong. But what I'm saying is have that same kind of fucking energy, right? Have that same energy when it ain't easy, right?
Okay.
When you want to have a deeper conversation, right? Let me see if you really
Never made a point.
Because at the end of the day, what he's seemingly doing is saying, hey, listen, I'm here and I'm in defense of women. And I'm saying, well, that's fine, but why are you attacking the people who are in defense of men?
Yeah.
Why is that a problem?
Yeah. So
what are you defending? Hey, what are you defending?
Hold on.
Go ahead. Go ahead. That's what I have to do. I gotta let dummies talk and make a bad point and then act like you made a good point while goofy ass niggas. Hey, go ahead, bro.
I done been waiting like the whole time. Everybody's shooting their shit. Y'all have been talking about me directly. So let's address this, right? So HAMP, you see the prompt, right? Leading cause of pregnant, so people see, right? Black women death, right? HAMP, what does it say? Homicide is the leading cause of death among pregnant and postpartum women in the U.S. All women. It's not just black women. So this is the bullshit in the narrative that motherfuckers put out here that act like, oh, it's just black women. It's all women.
I didn't
Femicide
say that.
in itself, baby, I didn't cut you off. I didn't say not one word, baby. I've been waiting 10 minutes. And I made sure you got to say everything you wanted to say.
Go ahead.
Femicide is bullshit. There's no way for you to determine that this woman was killed because she's a woman. Men aren't killing women just because they're women.
Wow.
Niggas killing shit and it's a woman that they kill. Is there a manicide?
Yeah.
Is there a fucking manicide? And men die at 4 times the fucking
this
rate
back
of women
then
do.
too.
Hold on. But I'm asking, so you're helping prove my point of it's fucking propaganda. Humans kill fucking humans. When a man kills a woman, it's automatically fucking femicide. Is bullshit. No. All right?
Even when a woman kills a woman, it's
Hey, let him
also
finish. Let him finish, please, so I can cook him. Let him finish.
Bullshit.
Let him finish.
The whole term in itself is bullshit. It should all be homicide across the fucking board. All right. The problem again, what they're not telling you, Beans. Hold on, Beans. What they're not telling you, Beans, and you were exactly right, Beans, because what I told you, and y'all maybe to pick up on this, Beans. These black girls' mothers who were like less than 10% of the 700. I think they said altogether it might have been, when we go back, it might have been 20 underage girls. And I'm not diminishing the fact that it was 20 underage girls, but these underage girls were on record, Beans. You can go look this up. They accepted, as you said, Beans, they accepted gifts and drugs to have sex with this man. He didn't force them. He didn't whatever. So, Beans, you made an excellent point, brother, as to how, hold on, bro. Again, everybody got all their shit off, fam. I promise I can be concise if y'all don't cut me off. So, Beans, you were exactly right in your assessment, brother, to where, again, the mothers, not all of them, but some of them, gave their fucking daughters up for fucking concert tickets. We didn't laugh at that. We were extremely critical of the black mothers.
You've never proved
that. Daughters,
you never proved that.
And that's what the BWE didn't want to talk about, right? We didn't we made fun of the 600 some odd grown women that was giving their pussies up to see motherfucking T.I. in concert. Okay,
there was no delineation between that.
Hey, please let him finish. Because I want him the same way you just sourced that up. Can you source anything up that says a parent gave their child away while you sitting here fucking lying, fraud ass nigga, pedo supporter?
I'm not lying on anything. We bet $1,000 on
it. Go pull it. Show it. Show it. You're lying.
I've literally been looking for the damn thing. I gotta find it.
It don't exist. It exists.
I promise you, if you
so
go
how
to the
about
court,
this? It don't exist. The man pled guilty. The man pled guilty because he did this to underage girls instead of y'all dealing with them. Yeah, but you are. Wait, you did.
Hold on. You talking about
you said he didn't. Y'all so fraudulent. Y'all defending this shit.
It's crazy, bro.
I don't have to. Yeah, it's crazy that you defended this white man. You personally, fantastic, defended this white man, and now you pretending like you didn't. Am I lying on you?
I didn't. And again, it's right here in the news story that you can still look up. Hold on. It's right here in the news story that you can still look up to where the girls said they accepted. The girls said they accepted gifts and drugs and money for,
adultification. You're adultifying these young girls again. The same way that goofy ass old man was up here saying adultify, you're adultifying them again. They're children. They're children. They are children.
Wait. So does this? Hold on. So does the state adultify a child when they charge them as an adult?
This is crazy.
How's it crazy? That's the question. Answer fucking.
I'm talking about what you. I'm talking about what you doing. You're
and I'm gonna ask you again.
Talking about what you're doing. The same way beings deflected to the yes. The state is doing exactly what y'all do. The state is doing exactly what y'all do. Yes, the state is doing what y'all do. Do you hear me?
Great.
Do you hear me? So you don't think I'm running. The state is doing exactly what you and beings do. They're adultifying kids. What was your point initially? When you thought he made a point, what was your point? Because y'all still doing it. Y'all still doing it.
You filibustering. I'm trying to answer. You keep filibustering. So what I'm trying to show you from, if you want to talk morally or you want to talk legally, it's okay to do. That's my fucking point. It's realistic because as being said, at some point in time, a child isn't a fucking toddler or a baby. He or she knows better.
Right.
So you can't have them walk around in this earth with, oh, I'm a kid. I didn't know I'm not supposed to pick up a gun and shoot a person in the face. Right. So the fucking state says, hey, this motherfucker's at a certain age to where they have motherfucking wherewithal to say, I'm going to do this or I'm not going to do this. Y'all motherfucking want to only make, oh, it's a girl. She's a victim. No, she sold her pussy for some tickets.
Wow.
So wait,
DJ Ham, did you not hear me just say it's adultification on both sides? Did you not hear me say that? I know you got two goofies up here that act like they can't hear. It's adultification on both sides.
You're not negating that it's adultification, right, Ms. Fantastic? You're not. You know that. You acknowledge that.
I literally just gave down my entire premise.
I just have one
legal and a moral standpoint. It's okay.
So the legal standpoint,
he's making adultification bad. He's making it bad. He's making a bad thing.
Wow.
Adultification,
motherfucker, it is bad. What?
Your children, right? So now here's the thing, Mr. Fantastic, and Nyla, you can get in right after this. Were the girls charged for prostitution?
Of course not.
Of course not, Hamp.
They're fucking kids. They're fucking kids. Why would that be?
This is Mr. Fantastic. Here's why I'm citing that, right? And let me know what you think. And then Nyla, you can go right. I don't need to reply. Because they weren't charged with prostitution, right? Mm-hmm. So does the state actually agree, maybe like with Taz, where it's not holding them culpable because they see them as unable to make these decisions? You see what I'm saying? Like like if the state were to like charge them as adults, hold them accountable, I would assume that they would charge them for prostitution, but because they didn't, do you think they kind of see it how Taz is saying it? You see what I'm saying?
No, and that's a flaw. That's a flaw in the system. Where the only case I can remember where an underage girl was, and even in the end, she wasn't charged with prostitution. Remember the girl that killed the man that shot him in his dick and then came back and robbed him?
Centuria Brown. Yeah, I got the videos y'all did talking shit about her too, bitch ass nigga. Yeah. What are you talking about? What we talking about? What we talking about? You niggas hate y'all hate these little girls. Y'all adultify little girls. Y'all support predators. What we talking about? What we talking about?
We trying to have a conversation and you keep derailing shit with your emotional ass.
Yes, I'm derailing it with the truth. Because you get to sit up here and lie and pretend like y'all didn't support these men. Y'all supported these men. Y'all supported these men. Predators. Yes.
But you gotta stop the bitch ass nigga stuff though.
Yeah, especially because you know
we can prove the points without all that, right? Because I think this is a substantive conversation. Nyla, I had that question that jumped out to me.
Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead, Nyla. You wanted to say something?
So I just want you to see. Do you understand? Listening to this panel, right? There's a reason why there's statutory rape laws because children cannot consent, even if they consent. And that's because tons of psychologists, tons of people that are professionals that, especially since the frontal lobe is not even fully developed yet, right? Children cannot consent. So the reason why the Manosphere is a haven for pedophiles. And if any one of you niggas sit up here and lie and act like y'all not full of pedophiles, I'm pretty sure Taz can prove it. I'm pretty sure.
Right now.
Crazy.
Full of them.
A haven pedophiles. Okay, a haven full of pedophiles. right? Full of.
Can you expound on that? Because I'm trying to.
Yeah, I'm definitely. You need
so here's the thing.
So you missing it? For real, Fantastic? For real? For real?
Yeah, dead ass serious. I know of one individual, actually two, and one of them is dead. And that's why I said we were going to get into this. It's going to fall bad on y'all side.
Let's get into simple to P. Let's get into simple to P. Let's get into it.
You said
let's get into simple to P.
Yeah,
let's get into it.
Hey, I could just drop y'all down, man. Because Nyla's in the middle of what she's saying,
bro. But either one, but it is what it is, dog.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was asking Nyla, what makes you say that, right? Like, regardless, like what is the ideologies behind that?
The ideology. I mean, are you listening to it? You're listening to it. The girls knew what they were doing. They accepted it. They, playing with the word adultification, removing basically the fact that they were children being taken advantage of by a sick white man to basically say, oh, but they knew what they were doing. I mean, you don't understand that men who don't have a problem with having sex with 14-year-olds would love to be in this conversation to get validated.
Yeah, I take offense. I take offense, bro.
I take offense to black men defending a white
man. Say right that
narrative.
When you making that, when you saying what you saying, Hamp, I understand it, but I can show you a case where a kid in Florida, I think he might have been 14 years old, was wrestling with his sister. He ended up injuring her real bad. I think she might have even died. He got charged.
That was here in Jacksonville, Florida. He got
charged as an adult, right? Like I say, shorties all the time in the hood, when they playing with guns and they do shit, they get charged as an adult. Nobody not looking at who taught them what, who showed them what, who put the guns or the drugs in their hand, who blessed them into the gangs. Nobody don't care about that. And the reason why I'm bringing it up is because I'm pointing out that people
who don't care. The Manosphere.
You don't care. You don't care, and your husband don't care.
No, fuck nigga.
Your husband don't care.
I'm saying,
y'all didn't do
and your husband don't care.
Y'all didn't do the content.
Let him talk. Let him talk. Let him talk. What we'll do is we'll go live and prove. Like, because you can say what I don't care about, but I'm the one up here with the proof of it. You sitting next to and you're co-signing the nigga who said burn down the black community. These black boys ain't nothing but YNs. You sitting next to him. So when you talk, you want to put some? Do you want to put some money on what I've done?
Absolutely.
You want to put some?
I don't have to.
I know you don't. Because here's
the point. Because here's
how much you got?
Because here's the point. You're
stand down, bro. You don't want no smoke. Fantastic. What you want to do? What you want to do?
Overtalk people, but it don't, right? So,
finish the last part of your point.
So what I'm saying is this: the reason why I just said that is because I wanted to trigger you to defend yourself, because that's exactly what I'm doing. Right? You keep saying I'm sitting next to this nigga, but you on the same fucking panel I'm on. What are you talking about? We all sitting on the same panel. We all are part of the same discussion, but you keep trying to separate yourself from everybody else, bro. You're not better.
I'm separate.
Right? At the end of the day, my point is this. While I was making my statement, I got cut off for motherfuckers to try to imply that they care, right? But the point is, what I'm saying is, don't try to convince me. You could probably show me. I know it's some fuck niggas in the space, right? But you can't convince me that every nigga goes up to YouTube talking shit about women.
Yeah, this one of Anton little sons. He came from Anton space, so he don't know what the fuck. He one of Anton little niggas. He knows shit over here.
That's what I'm saying, Dad. This is what I'm saying, Dad.
One of Anton little niggas.
That you be doing, bro. I don't understand it. Like, we never gonna be in the same room with each other. So why you acting like you really want some smoke or something?
Understand it.
You
understand. I didn't say
bro. So just stop.
No, I don't. But if you want to get it in, we can. I don't give a fuck about you.
Really don't want.
I don't give a fuck about you.
And you just,
I don't give a fuck about you.
Then why you talking?
Because I want to talk.
Yo,
so be quiet. Let me talk.
How about this, Taz? How about this, Taz?
How about it? What we got?
What I'm saying is this. You don't give a fuck about black boys. You don't care at all. Because if you did,
what are you basing that on?
Because
let's have a conversation. What are you basing that on?
Misrepresented my analogy, which was testing your consistency. That's my evidence.
You're not
Okay, so here's what I'm saying.
Here's what I'm saying. Your consistency.
Your analogy didn't make sense. I have a history. Do you hear me? I have a history of working with young boys. I have a son. I work with young boys now. So when you say I don't care, I don't know what you're basing it on, but it sounds like you just don't deal with it. That I said men are taking advantage of young girls. You came up with some scenario about boys being adultified that I agree with that you missed, obviously. I didn't even disagree with that
because you keep over talking.
I didn't even disagree with you.
You don't know what nobody means and what they say, and I don't understand why you get away with it.
I don't understand why you're getting away with this right now.
So you don't know what they mean by what they're saying.
You're getting away with this right now.
You weren't answering my questions, so you didn't know why I was asking.
I agree with you.
So what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this. Me and you ain't never had no beef. So this
I agree with you.
I don't fucking understand what it's about.
I agree with you. The adultification of boys and girls. You said checkmate for some reason, right? You see how you cut me off, and I'm not. You see how I complain? You say I ain't gonna whine. I'm not gonna whine that you cut me off. I'm not gonna complain.
Is because once you acknowledge that there are adults putting the guns in those little boy hands, then that proves my point. That why do we talk about them like you said they're out here making people victims? You said that. But
yes,
you
the
didn't
ones
address
that's doing
that
it.
somebody was putting the fucking guns in their hands. Somebody was victimizing them by teaching them that mindset and putting them out on the street. You didn't say that in this conversation.
And I'm not going to say it because the conversation was about young girls. You added your own qualifier. Oh my God.
The conversation was never about young girls.
So you get to keep letting me off.
The downfall of uplifting communities, black women empowerment in the black manosphere. That's what the conversation was about. But you entered into the conversation a scenario dealing with young girls. But that didn't make the conversation about that. So I had the right to use whatever fucking analogy I wanted to. And if you
and again, it sounds good because you're cutting me off.
Understand that? That's on y'all. But then to try to paint a picture of me, to try to paint a narrative about me,
when I do it, I'm crashing out.
Lack of understanding is some bullshit. And this is what I'm saying.
So again,
I'm calling these niggas hoe ass niggas, Taz. But look what you're doing. You don't even know how to.
Yeah, they are.
That's whole nigga shit.
Just like now, you can't even pass the mic.
That's whole nigga shit.
You can't even pass the mic. And then when I get to cooking, you gonna cut me off again.
Why the fuck should I ever pass you the mic?
Hey, Beans, I'm all right. Let him respond if you don't know.
So, like I said, man, again, conversation. The problem is when the dude was up here, the old man was up here, started talking about adultification and femicide. The reason why I went back to Jason Pope and he thought he could use that example, I don't know. The problem was what was happening to those young girls. He just introduced boys and guns with no context. And so again, there's no argument there because I will agree that is adultification. He don't want to deal with what them men was doing to them young girls because again, that part of the conversation was about Jason Pope taking advantage of young girls. Somehow it became, well, what about the boys in the streets, the guns? That's literally switching the topic.
That nigga was a piece of shit, and we all could agree on that. Did I say that? I think I said it's easy to say that nigga ain't shit. That's an easy conversation.
Right, no different than me saying that's adultification. The difference is I agreed with you. I agreed with you that they're adultifying those young boys. You said checkmate. I'm still trying to figure out why.
I just explained to you, but you won't shut the fuck up and listen to what I'm saying, Taz. I literally said the reason why I said checkmate is because once you introduce the fact that there's men putting guns into those boys' hands, I'm saying that was the reason for the analogy. And you keep trying to ignore that.
I'm just trying to understand.
Victims.
So they're
and
victims
nobody
of what?
cares.
Victims of what?
Victims of fucking men. How about that? Let me make it what you want it to be. They are victims of other men.
No, because I just want to be clear. So you're equating a person getting a gun put in their hand to a person being sexually assaulted. Yes! Checkmate. Where's your checkmate? Where's your checkmate?
It's only sexual assault by law.
only.
There's your checkmate. There's your
Guess
checkmate.
what? If my daughter chooses to go outside somewhere and have sex with somebody who's an adult, guess who I want to have a conversation with? My daughter. She's my responsibility. The law can take care of him. They're going to.
Wow.
But that's my daughter. I want to know why the fuck my daughter. What the fuck what did I ever say to you that gave you an inclination in your mind that it would be okay for you to go out and have sex with a fucking adult? That was my point, Taz. I was just trying to test your consistency. Here's the thing. You passed the point of consistency. That's why I'm not challenging you on it. But at the end of the day, those boys you said those boys, you made a point to make sure you acknowledge that those boys were making other people victims. But you didn't acknowledge that they were also victims. And my point of that was to say that y'all can't pay me to believe that every nigga who showed up to the Manosphere came here insistently just to bash women for no fucking reason at all. And that kind of shit is the reason why these niggas have problems with women in the first place. Because from a fucking child, we are told we don't matter.
Oh.
And women are always...
Wait, please, Fantastic. Let her do that. Everybody be quiet. Let her do it. Go ahead.
Her baby.
You got a point.
Let me hug him.
Fantastic. Go ahead.
I would say this. So I don't know about y'all, but the Manosphere love to talk about this 2-parent household thing, this alpha male shit and all this stuff, right? Okay. Both of us were raised in 2-parent households. Okay. Our parents married each other. Okay. I'm a daddy's girl at my big ass age, right? You will never see men that are actual leaders in their community standing on something that ain't going to get and protect and eliminate the threat. Okay, this is what the women are supposed to be respecting. This man said, "I'm gonna let the law handle him."
Ain't that what we supposed to do?
I'm gonna deal with my daughter, and I'm not saying
what he has to do.
Ain't that what we supposed to do?
That's what he has to do.
Calm down. Get out of your feelings. Get out of your feelings.
Get out of your weave. Ain't that what we supposed to do?
I understand y'all want to be
aspiring. Get your fucking mind weave. Get your ass, nigga. What the fuck you think this is? If you don't want to, we can. I get up with you though. Like talking about what somebody will do. I'll be in Chicago. What you talking about? I'll be in Chicago though.
Stop it, bro.
Ain't no stop. I ain't being Chicago.
It's not gonna go well for you, Taz.
Hold on.
It ain't gonna go well for you, Taz.
As long as you heard me. As long as you heard me.
King Neil, that shit ain't gonna go well for you, Taz.
As long as you heard me. You heard me.
That shit ain't gonna go well for you, Taz.
Nigga looking like diabetes and high blood pressure over there.
Hey, listen. Hey, look here, mama. That shit ain't gonna go well for you or your husband. I promise you.
Hold on.
I promise you can't. Ain't a fucking thing you want with me, nigga. Nothing at all. Nothing.
I promise you got that greasy ass football.
Let me know when you on your way, bro.
Y'all, this is pointless at this point. Okay, so this is a news story, right? You see this ABC News investigation report.
The court documents. Y'all want the court documents or a news story?
Yeah, I really would. You know what? I would love the court. Hold on. I would love the court documents. Love the court documents. Make sure you include the part of where the girls talk about their fucking mothers gave them over for the fucking concert tickets. Make sure you give the part about where, and it's funny to me, y'all never denied that. Y'all never denied.
Show me where that's at. Show it.
No, don't tell me.
Wait, babe, please be quiet. Let him bury himself. Put that back up. Put that back up, please. Could you put that back up, please?
I'm gonna ask you directly. Were there reports that some of those female victims said that they were introduced and they were given to DJ Pope by their mother?
The reports were that he took advantage of them. I ain't seen no report of them being taken advantage of or sent by their mothers. If you, so no. Here's the thing. Don't run. If you had that report, show it. Wait, don't do the extra shit. If you had that report, show it. Because what you just showed on the screen.
We're gonna go with this guy right here, bro. Chill. Listen, right? So y'all see his official report. Okay. So Pope was listed the subject and suspect in 9 of the incidents and complaints for the victim in 4. He was involved in 1 of them as a third party. 5 of the 9 reports where Pope was listed as the subject were sex related. Only 1 filed, Christmas Eve 2011, involved an adult woman. In them, he was accused of sending her pornographic texts. The first of the 4 involving underage girls happened shortly before that on December 4th, 2011. The report say 2 girls aged 13 and 16 walked into a hospital and told doctors they had unprotected sex with the then 34-year-old. The girls told police Pope had given them marijuana and money in exchange for sex.
What that's got to do with a parent?
What do you?
I ain't supposed to call somebody no name.
What you're doing? Hold on.
I ain't supposed to call nobody no name, but could you just go back up and go back to the part where, or we could just read this part. She told the officers, go back down, go back. This is not difficult. It's sad that y'all protect these predators as you've been doing for 6 years. She told officers Pope had been paying her for sex and blackmailing her into additional sex acts. At the time, she told deputies she had cut off contact with Pope for 2 weeks, which at time she had been spreading information on her social media. Again, I'm asking, where do a parent come into this story?
That's a different story, you fucking genius.
Ain't no story. Liar. Show me where this shit ever is about parent. That's what I'm saying. You can sit up here with these niggas and play. It's fast. I can come back in. I can come back in on the topic.
Hey, Taz, hold on a second. Yo, so this, we talking about some shit, right? And these been the arguments back and forth and back, right? This shit don't have no value. If this is what the Manosphere was and what BWE was, I'm simply trying to understand what these two groups were. I initially thought that the shit was positive, but it's just a fight.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a fight because they literally downplay what happens.
Hold on, Tad, real quick. I wasn't around for this shit, so I'm like, damn. My stream yesterday was talk long enough to become a villain, right? And then like what Nyla was saying and all that, it was basically just she's saying there's a response, and then the Manosphere says there's also a response, right? And it seems to be summary, a lick back response. You talking shit about me, I'm talking shit about you now. And we're gonna do that shit till the cows come home, essentially.
Right.
So
now we talking about this cracker raping these young girls, and we gotta try to make sense. Ain't nothing to make sense out of.
It's not about making sense now. And it happened. This is a problem. And to Bean's point, it's ultimately dismissive to where it's only now you're protecting the cracker and now you're protecting the predator. No, the deeper things that got into it and they'll never acknowledge is this. Why were those girls there, Hamp? You know who wasn't involved in any of these cases? Fathers. None of these daughters had fathers, Hamp. And like I said, they keep running away from it. I gotta find the fucking content with it, but I got it to where girls said my mother introduced me to this man. This is documented. It's there. All right. That's one thing about doing this content. So Hamp, hold on. Before you go, this is the essence and the foundation of the black manosphere as to where the black father has been removed, the black father has been reduced, the black father has been did all this fucking negative shit. But had black men been there, and these women knew this, Hamp, this went over like 10 years. These women in that whole community were doing it. Hundreds of women, Hamp, hundreds. Niggas didn't know about this. Niggas had nothing to do with this. There was a white man that black women were fucking sleeping with willingly. I think his YouTube, his Facebook still up, possibly. He got pictures. He taking pictures with all the women.
He keeps saying women. This man is in prison for messing with girls, but he keeps saying women. Okay. But y'all don't see that, do you? Y'all don't see that.
So the full context is they only want to focus on the girls, right? But the man had sex with over 700 women or black females, right? So of age and underage. He only wanted to acknowledge the girls. Guess who made it okay for the underage girls to sleep with the creepy ain't shit white boy? All the grown ass women that was doing the same shit that they ended up doing. Some of them, they mamas. So Hamp, this is not a fucking tit for tat back and forth with just simple get back bullshit. This is a much deeper level fucking conversation where you actually honest and talk about it in full depth and not just say, oh, y'all protecting the predator. Oh, you trying to justify Hamp. That's the as soon as you say that, Hamp, it dismisses the whole fucking conversation in any other context.
No more receipts.
This part, right? When I'm listening to it, when I'm looking at the situation, we have 700 women that slept with this dude. Is this the dude that had AIDS or whatever?
Allegedly, he's never been confirmed to have AIDS, but yeah, that's what they're saying. He had HIV or some shit.
walk me through the logic of you saying no men are in any of these 700 women's lives. What you mean? Like how you break that down?
I'm saying him. I'm saying that I'm not even worried about the 700 women. They grown. I don't give a fuck about them.
Females, right? Because it's including the little girls too.
I'm only talking about the girls with no fathers.
Yeah.
I'm only talking about the girls with no fathers. Clearly, these girls didn't have fathers. I think it was like out of the 700 some women, it was less than, like I said, it was less than 20 underage people.
How is that clear though?
What do you mean? How is it clear?
That there's no fathers involved in 700 women, females, girls sleeping with this white boy.
Because black men ain't good fathers. Because black men ain't good fathers. Walk on in there.
Because 99% of the people that participate were willing participants and weren't victims because they were of age. And then once you get to the point of where they're underage, they're automatically victims, even if they are willing participants by law.
Say it again, my bad. Strata.
Yeah. So because the fathers are irrelevant and whatever, the grown women have autonomy. A grown woman's dad has nothing to do with who she chooses to have sex with, right? If she has a man, if she has a black husband or a black boyfriend, and she's still sleeping with a white boy for fucking concert tickets, I think that's inconsequential. Also, he don't have no control over that. If she's a low down dirtball bitch that's gonna sleep for niggas with concert tickets, I mean, he what control does he have? The problem was, again, where it came into the very 1% of the population that were the underage girls, and clearly there were no fathers involved there. And they immediately and to what he said, oh, black men are horrible fathers, or they weren't there. Okay, well, if they weren't there, then it gets back to another fundamental point. If absent fathers are caused by fucking present mothers, who the fuck did you choose to have a baby with? You chose from the jump to have a baby with an ain't shit nigga that was never gonna be there.
Mr. Fantastic.